Well, we're back again to talk about our essays and how we can decide out of all the ideas we have which idea we want to make into our final essay that we take all the way to publication. Out of all the ideas and all the things we've been thinking about and all of the thesis possibilities we have, which one is the best one? Which thesis is the one that really has to be shared, really has to be told so that we can convince people of an important idea that we have and change the world with our writing? If you take a look at all the entries in your writer's notebooks and think about all the things that you notice, which one is the most important? Mrs. Cook and I have thought about a lot of things. We've thought about whether students should have homework or should not have homework. We've thought about whether or not Mr. Hartley should be able to come into classrooms and teach with the teachers. We've thought about whether or not kids should have recess in the morning as well as after lunch. We've also thought about organic food and whether or not we have healthy food every day in our lives. And finally, we decided that the organic food topic is the one that we want to publish first. That doesn't mean we're not going to eventually write more essays about whether kids should have more or less homework, or whether kids should have more or less recess, or whether Mr. Hartley should do more teaching in our classrooms instead of just spending more time in the main office. But right now, the first thing that is on our minds and is most important is the question of organic food. The next thing we have to pay attention to is, do we have enough evidence? Do we have enough support? And we've talked before about the fact that we have some solid reasons why organic food is better to non-organic food. We've said how it doesn't contain chemicals which may cause any kind of illness or disease. We've talked about how it's healthier for people because it may be locally grown, so it doesn't have to be trucked across the country to get to our dinner table. We've also talked about how organic food is better because it doesn't contain hormones or anything that might change the way people's bodies react to the chemicals in food that's not organic. So we have lots of evidence and lots of detail to support our thesis. When we think about the reasons that we have, we can break them down into at least three. You remember this chart, we've talked about it before, that's up here on the wall. And so as long as we make sure we have three reasons that are different, and then we have lots of details in our explanations so we can prove using facts and data, using lists, using small moment stories, and using other people's stories, then we'll know that this topic and this thesis is the one that we are going to take all the way to publication. So writers, today and every day, when you think about the topic that you want, when you write your essay and the one that you truly want to publish and share with the world, make sure it's something that is really important to you. Make sure that you have a lot of details and a lot of evidence, and make sure that you are ready to write this and make it your best essay ever.